We just got a ton of MUT 22 news, and I'm gonna cover it all. I'm covering it all here for you, but it's gonna take more time to cover it all in better depth. So consider this sort of an overview. There's gonna be stuff on this channel about going more in depth. I'm gonna bring like my no money spent opinion on CC2. Link is down below for there. But the MUT 22 stream, a lot of really good stuff. Different, very different. Get into it. If you're looking to build the best team in Madden, make sure you head over to MMOEXP.com to avoid the packs and save some racks. Use code CC for 5% off. Link is in the description below. Fastest coins, cheapest coins. Use code CC. We'll see you guys on the sticks. 5% off. Be great. Hey, what is going on, Madden family? We are here, and it is Madden 22 season. It's not here yet, but we are close enough. So we had a MUT stream tonight. Shout out to Kralo for, again, that was over an hour, so it was a long time. So there's a lot of information in there. If there's something I miss, and you guys see that I missed saying it, put it in the comment section for other people to see, please. Let's all just help each other out. We are all a community. Cool. Again, this is going to be a very long overview. We will go over everything else in much more detail in other videos. Anything no money spent related, and how I feel that, like, hey, they gave us a lot of plan. How we should attack that. Again, if you're no money spender, you're in the no money spent series, make sure you click the link down below to CC2. That channel right there is where it is all going. But let's roll into it. Hit the like for me. I know it's been a long time since let's go backwards. Since we've really had to, like, a reason to hit a like goal. So I'm gonna set a like goal here. Foot on the brake, just a little bit though. 500. Super simple. Bear with me. I'm going to be looking at my screen while going over this. Apparently I hit the wrong button there, so we're back. Right. So they're going to be doing some streams next week as well, covering certain positions of players and all sorts of that. So we'll be going over that, covering everything that EA says there. And they were revealing some player stats. You're going to see those. These are all basically in order of the way the EA had the stream. We got Zach Martin as an 87. No surprise there. And again, when we're looking at stats for cards like this, linemen, we're looking at strength, awareness, pass block power, pass block finesse, and run block. Don't worry about the PBK. Don't worry about the RBP, RBF. Cool. So again, the UI is going to be very different this year. They're trying to track things differently. Again, until I feel like we really get our hands on the game, it's gonna feel and look a little confusing. Again, that's just because it's different, right? Different isn't bad, different isn't always good. It's just different, right? The main thing you're gonna see here is the missions tracker section on the right. Again, that's to sort of help, and I understand the purpose that they have for doing this is, again, they want less clicks through. Makes sense to me as a UI guy. But right here, we're gonna get on talking strategy items. Now, this is taking the place of normal chemistry, not team chemistry, but other chemistry. The reason why they are doing this is to sort of the ease of changing chemistries and all that. And these cards, there's going to be certain levels of them: commons, uncommons, rares, super rares, whatever they end up going with. But they all have tiers within themselves, and you actually can power these up to get higher levels of them as well, right? By adding a +1 or a +2 and stuff like that. So you'll see that a couple screens of these right here. As we go through here, there's the green one is the uncommon, the gray ones are the common. Obviously common is worse. And so, like, the difference between elite passer, common, and uncommon right here is one of them includes play action. Maybe there's different steps of how much you can upgrade these cards, but again, this is what is replacing chemistry. There's 4 slots. They said they could add more. They can do a lot with this. What we do not see currently is anything with physical attributes, no sprinter, shaker, stuff like that. Because we don't see that right now doesn't mean that it doesn't exist either. It's just sprinter as it used to be doesn't exist, but they could easily just have a team strategy card for speed. I'm just saying they could do it. Not that I want them to do it, but they could do it. So we see here as you upgrade using training. Again, think of how we upgraded like team cards, like gold coaches, gold stadiums, and all that. This looks like the very same way. As you can go through use training and upgrade and open up different slots to get different attribute boosts and bonuses, right? That makes sense, especially we look through here. Again, we'll look through it a little bit more. So here we're going to see Mahomes on the left without boosts, Mahomes on the right with boost. Again, this is his actual card that's going to be in the game, 88, 71 speed, improviser, all sorts of stuff like that. But just so we can see that, it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. And then we're going to get to halftime adjustments here. Now, this is something that was in the beta. If you guys played the beta, it didn't really work so well, but I love this feature. Two main things about the feature. One, if you want to use it to its fullest ability, you're going to have good backups with good abilities. You can't buy abilities at halftime. This has to be someone who's already in your lineup with those abilities attached to the card. So it's going to be a little costly to be able to use this to its fullest extent. Cool. But two, the fact that it is so cool and it does allow you to adjust is great. How will we use it? Don't know. Don't know how the meta is. Don't know how the game's going to play yet. So that's impossible to say, but I love the idea behind it. They were talking about stat tracking, and we see Derrick Henry's in 88. Cool. Cool. He's higher than CMC in here. Weird. Interesting. But stat tracking. This is if you have no stats with a card. And if you do have stats with cards, you can track them by computer or by online, head to head. You can also track your current stats or the lifetime stats of that card as well. Kind of like FIFA. If you guys have ever seen in FUT, they have the stats for you owning the card and then the lifetime of the card as well. So if you're the only person that owns it, it should just be your stats on there. So they go through a couple guys here. We see, Devontae Adams receiving catches, receiving yards, all that. Defense, Fred Warner, obviously being an 87 at this point right here. Lots of stats in there. Block, kick, safe. I mean, lots of good stats too. We see Mahomes average yards passing attempt, longest passing yards, average yards per game. Again, cool stuff, but they also have some extra stuff for next gen, which is going to be interesting. These next gen stats, the stuff in green, is going to be for the next gen consoles only. It's not enough to make me go buy a next gen console, but hey, it's kind of cool to see a little bit of extra stuff. Longest passing yards with air distance. Okay, cool. For him running longest rushing yards after the first hit, longest time behind line of scrimmage, stuff like that. Cool. And then we're getting into Ultimate Season, which is taking over MUT levels. This is going to be a little confusing. I think we're going to have to get a little more hands-on. I'm going to have to dig into this a lot more. So just bear with me here. I think I'm going to miss some stuff. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. Instead of going up to level 50 and then at the next series you go up to level 60 and so on and so forth, they're getting rid of that. Ultimate Season is essentially what they said is about a 90-day or a 3-month time span of building up those levels where you're getting rewards, and it's sort of reset. So at the end of those 90 days, it'll go back to level 1 and you'll work on that next sort of segment there. And how you get it: daily objectives, weekly objectives, Ultimate Season rewards, lots of different ways to sort of up this and grow this through here. But again, they're trying to get rid of, essentially felt like they were trying to get rid of the XP system for people sitting there throwing streaks and touchdowns just to get stuff done. Looks like they don't want you doing that. Shocking. Everyone abused it and they got rid of it. Amazing. So here's how we can get some of the stuff for the base daily stuff. Win a game, win 2 games, purchase pack. They have this extended daily, possess the ball for 10 minutes in any game mode, whatever that is. Maybe it's a second thing. Okay. And again, some of the objective lists on here for getting progress there. Complete 5 activities, win 10 games, 20 games, complete 3 daily missions, etc. And then at this point, here are the rewards. Again, we don't have every reward, but we just have some of the ideas here. Level 2 is fidget training, 10,000 coins, gold players, a season champion and collectible. As we get up here, common strategy item, gridiron pack, power pass, still a thing. Level 49 is 10,000 coins, and then level 50 is going to be a 91 overall player, which they did not reveal who that was, but 91 is it'll be pretty high up, right? Again, more ways to get stuff in here. How you can earn some progress. Cool. But one thing too, like it talks about XP, right? So I'm not sure how all that works. It sounded different. Again, I want to go back and watch all this. It sounds weird that they talk about XP but they don't really say XP. We'll see. Another player they revealed, Ramcheck, cool, always deserving. D-Hop, always deserving. Never a great card at launch, unfortunately. And then Tyreek. And I know you look at this and you're like, oh my god, I want Tyreek Hill. Maybe you do. maybe there's somebody else too. There's faster players, which is crazy. EA Play trial, some solos for you guys right here. The best thing that you can do during this trial is get the 80 overall wide receiver fantasy pack. For sure. Campaign is another thing. If you have reached level 15 in Madden 21, you don't have to play the campaign, but you still can play the campaign because you're going to go through and be able to get some cards, which with a slight exchange, get like the base elite items, right? So you can get a base elite, Derwin James, Minka. Again, you have to do part of the campaign and then trade in some actual cards from your binder, some gold, silvers, maybe an elite, stuff like that. And then they got to this Gridiron Tower, which again looked like it was just this sort of long process that we were going to be going through here, which again is totally fine. I have no problem with it. So as you get through this, again, it's a solo sequence. Think of it kind of like Gauntlet. They can call it what they want. It's essentially Gauntlet. As you're going to go through here, it's going to change throughout the year. They're going to add more levels to it. So at this point, the main card you can get is a JC Jackson 87. Should be a really fast card at least, so that's cool. And then they're going to talk about Team Affinity. Obviously, there's some of the stuff in here. Team Affinity is different from like Team Diamonds. We don't know if the Diamonds and stuff are coming back. I would think so, but they didn't mention Diamonds. They mentioned Team Builders. And Team Builders were those low overall 84s. You guys remember? And then Team Captains. Team Captains this year were your Leroy Glovers and Ed McCaffreys and Eddie George. And that's a similar concept this year, except they're just making Team Captains a little bit easier. We got Lance Allworth, John Lynch, Jack Youngblood, and Sean Alexander. Again, we'll show you the stats here. But again, one of the key parts is you didn't have to do a lot of crazy stuff with these cards this year. It's really, they said it just costs 5 training. And buying abilities on these cards also only costs 5 training. So instead of saying 500 training to try out a deep out elite for Lance Allworth, right? Cool, fine, like it. Lance Allworth, 88 speed on here all the way up. Not bad, only cost you 5 training to get him up there from 85 to 89, which is cool. We see his card there. There's John Lynch. Again, there was Jack Youngblood. I think I missed a picture because Krayla started going fast. There's a small Jack Youngblood. We got big John Lynch, 86 speed at safety. Meh. His zone's okay. Sean Alexander. Meh. Maybe 225. Is it going to be big enough running back on next gen? Who knows? But again, those are the captains. Those cards are free. Cool. You only get one. That's fine. Team captains will have 3 times team bucket. Again, cool. Again, that means they could play for your theme team, whichever theme team you have. Great. To get it, you want to play the campaign week 3. Each superstar X Factor ability is 10 training. Each ability costs 5, and then only costs 5 training. Upgrade them. Cool. I like the change. Very, very much so. Then we also have team builders coming in. Again, how you can get some of these team builders is the way it is, right? Just some of these goals in here. And just some examples of some of these cards. Anthony Barr, our linebackers useful. Who knows? Chase Claypool. Hey, not a bad card. Now, again, I don't see power-ups on these cards, so maybe they don't have power-ups. So we'll just leave that alone for now. Jalen Smith, again, linebackers useful. Would love that. Herbert, really good throw power. We'll see how good he is. Landon Collins, a little slow. Core rookie exchanges back. Last year it was Isaiah Simmons. This year we got Devontae Smith. Again, this is a pretty sick card, 88 speed, and he comes with a power up and has a power up. It took us, when did we get Isaiah Simmons power up? 3 weeks ago? Well, Devontae Smith gets it out of the gate. Thank you. Small win. We will take this. We'll take the win. It's a little odd choice. Waddle, maybe, I don't know. Would have been faster. Here he is, powered up. And then we get to Ultimate Champion, and this is going to be taken in where Mutt Master was. Unfortunately, they changed the name. You see on the screen, it's Cam Chancellor. A lot of the same ways to get Mutt Master done, Ultimate Champion. I'm going to call it Mutt Master a lot still. Bear with me. But just a lot of the same process of going through and getting these objectives done. There's 19 levels. Getting Cam all the way up here, 92 speed at 6'3". This card looks absolutely stacked. This is one of the better looking Cam cards I've seen in a while, especially so early on. will be going for that for sure. Love the card. They have a couple interesting things in here where they have this thing called Reinforcement Elite for him. Think of like the 100 X Factors, how they were just active. This one just starts active, but it costs 6 AP to use. That's a lot of AP. I don't know if I would want to use that. They also talk that at certain levels, this card in particular will get lower cost AP on stuff, right? So we see here deep in zone KO is 1 AP. And then he also had out of my way, it said 0. I don't know if that's a glitch or it was wrong, but that is what it is. We'll see. Lower AP on that card makes it more valuable, makes it more useful to have on your field. And he also has free safety and cornerback secondary positions, putting him wherever you need. Beautiful. You know where I'm putting him. Facts, right? So again, we see some of the stuff here, discounted ability slots, all that sort of stuff. We'll cover Cam a little more later on. They also give us information on the first promo of the year, Superstars. We've had the same promo for years. Russ Wilson is going to be 89. They didn't show him. Pretty basic. Again, we'll cover this some more. Scary Terry, nice little card there. Marlon Humphrey. Again, there's no power-up symbol on some of these cards. You know Marlon Humphrey has a power-up. Of course he does. So he's probably an 86 or 87 overall card. Something like that to get this upgrade. Saquon, 89. Again, you know Saquon's going to have a power-up too, so it's just not on the card. And then when they showed us Jalen Ramsey's card, the man in the zone, very good on this card. Peyton Manning. Now this card is one of those GameStop pre-orders. This isn't like something you can pack. So if you've got the GameStop pre-order for Peyton Manning, he can throw the ball beautifully. But my God, I've never seen a slower card. And here's the Charles Woodson from that as well. And then we'll go through there and let's show you guys the rest of the pre-order stuff and the rookie premieres. So anytime anyone else is pre-ordering the game at any point, you're going to get either Brady's or Mahomes power-up. Cool. You get that elite passer strategy card we showed earlier as well. Here's the other stuff. Now, if you really want to know which one you can buy, we'll discuss that in a little more depth. Now that we know what this little Legends pack is, it may sway you a little bit more to go up. We'll show you those cards. Again, this is the fantasy pack you get from pre-ordering too. Just 83s, just one card, whatever. Here's Brady's full card, which you can pick if you pre-order, or you could pick Mahomes. You're kind of forced to pick a quarterback. I'm not going to say like don't pick Brady, because maybe he gets like a really good ability or something. Who knows? We don't know enough of that yet. But Mahomes looks better. And you also, if you pick Brady, you get 2 cards. And if you pick Mahomes, you get 2 cards. If you pick Brady, you get 85 Wes Welker, who has good speed. And you get 85 Rodney Harrison, which are not terrible cards. But if you pick Mahomes, and I don't know why they did this, somebody must hate Tom Brady there. You get 85 Randy Moss if you pick Mahomes. And you get 85 Deion Sanders. How is that fair? It's not. So we know what that is. If you've played the game before, you're going to have a chance at some 82 overall cards as well. These are the actual base elite cards, just NAT versions of them. So like we know that Zeke, AJ Brown, Richie Incognito, Akeem Hicks, Zeus, Marcus Peters, these are all 82s. You'll be able to get these cards if you have played Madden before on that account. Have to have played on that account. Rookie Premier, they blew this. The overalls isn't as high as I thought it would be. I thought it was going to be a little bit higher, but let's talk about this quickly. Again, we've done Rookie Premiers over. You can't get the cards anymore. But you have the choice of how you want to pick your cards. Let's just look at the stats on these cards. AVT, right? Left guard, pretty solid left guard. Barmore, I don't really know if anyone's picking Barmore. Maybe a Pats fan. Jalen Phillips, 87 speed. I assume they have him at linebacker here. Pretty solid. Trevor Lawrence, 80 speed, 88 throw power, over 80s on those accuracies. Looks pretty good too. And then there's Jamar Chase with 91 speed. The fastest guard in the game that we have seen so far. So Jamar Chase will be on everyone's team. Morrig, 90 speed. Kyle Pitts, 88 speed. Micah Parsons, 88 speed. JC Horn, 89 speed. And we got Najee with 87. Crazy difference here on these rookie premier cards. Again, these cards do not upgrade this year, okay? So that's why they're higher overall to start. We'll talk about which should you get auctionable, non-auctionables. We'll talk about that all later on. This has been a long video. I'm gonna rewatch everything, take it all in. We'll have more content for you guys tomorrow. Don't have to wait up for anything else from me tonight on either of the channels. It's okay. Tomorrow, big day. I'm out. Peace.